Welcome back to Naram Promotions, the Real Deep podcast show. This is Saturday Night Vibes, and we say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, on a late night train. We say big up to all the people in Jamaica. We know there's a lot of devastation down there as we cover the recovery and relief efforts in Jamaica. We call it Jamaica Strong. We are one, and we are Jamaica Strong. So, ladies and gentlemen, always pray going out, pray coming in, and always remember, God is in control every time. Big up to all the massive around the world, the diaspora. And we say, Jamaica, you're going to be stronger and better than before. The Category 5 hurricane cannot stop us because God is in control. It teaches us a lesson that you'll have to pass on to generations. Just remember, always remember to teach the little ones to give God thanks every time. We're not in control of our lives, so whatever happens, as long as you're alive, it's a blessing. So we give God thanks for small mercies. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show, Saturday Night Vibes. Here we go. So, as usual, we're going to start with a prayer. Here we go. Let's get that on the stage.
Hard times come to all of us. Some days it feels like the weight of the world is pressing down. And no matter how hard we try, we can't seem to catch a break. But we are not alone. There is a strength greater than our own, a power that holds us up when we feel like falling. Let's take this moment to seek God, to ask Him to fill us with resilience, endurance, and unwavering faith as we walk through the trials before us. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we stand before you today. Some of us weary, some of us broken, and all of us in need of your strength. Life has been hard. Challenges have piled up. And at times we have felt like giving up. But you, O Lord, are our refuge. You are the steady foundation beneath our feet, the one who never wavers, even when everything around us is shaking. Lord, when the road ahead feels long and uncertain, remind us that you are our guide. Give us wisdom to walk in faith, to trust you when the answers don't come right away. Fill our hearts with courage to press on, knowing that you have already made a way where we see none. Father, we know that trials are not meant to break us, but to refine us. Strengthen us in the fire. Shape us in the storm. And teach us to rise when we feel like falling. May our faith not be shaken by hardships, but be made stronger through them. Let every difficulty be an opportunity to draw closer to you, to see your hand moving in ways we never expected. God, for those of us battling fear, replace it with boldness. For those of us struggling with doubt, flood our hearts with unshakable trust in you. For those who feel alone, surround them with your presence and remind them that you will never leave nor forsake them. Lord, we ask for the kind of resilience that doesn't just endure, but overcomes. The kind of faith that doesn't just hold on, but grows stronger. When we feel weak, be our strength. When we are exhausted, refresh our souls. When we are tempted to despair, remind us that your promises are true and your plans for us are good. Father, help us to see beyond our struggles. Give us eyes to recognize the purpose in our pain, to trust that nothing is wasted in your hands. You are working all things for our good, even when we can't see it. We surrender our burdens to you, Lord. We lay down our worries, our disappointments, and our fears at your feet. Fill us with your peace, renew our hope, and lead us forward with confidence, knowing that you are walking beside us every step of the way. We praise you, we trust you, and we thank you for the strength you are giving us right now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. I'm telling you, Jamaica strong, we say. We are one, so we're Jamaica strong. So, we will build back stronger and better. So trust in the Lord and have your faith. As let me share another inspiration for you. Here we go. God is always in control, and we say, blessed to everyone. So it's a beautiful thing when we all come together and unite as one. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to this bit of inspiration, and then we'll move on from there. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything when it's not this world where man achieve is God give him. The devil can't give you nothing, and me can't tell you that. You be sure God more appreciation, because every night you go to your bed and you go sleep, you don't know what is happening while you're sleeping, and that man rise you from your sleep every morning and make you live to see another day. You have to give him thanks and praise.
Let's
Everything
listen
when
to
it's
that
not
one
this
more
world where
time.
man achieve is God give him. The devil can't give you nothing, and me can't tell you that. You be sure God more appreciation, because every night you go to your bed and you go sleep, you don't know what is happening while you're sleeping, and that man rise you from your sleep every morning and make you live to see another day. You have to give him thanks and praise.
Every time. It is real, ladies and gentlemen. You got to give God thanks for small mercies, no matter what it is. As Ninja Man said, you got to give him thanks. You wake up this morning, you go into your bed tonight, and you don't know what's going on. God is in control. He leads your steps each and every day. Always remember if you want to donate to the show, just remember, just look down below. It's all there, ladies and gentlemen. You can donate in any way to keep this family-friendly show alive. We say welcome to all those who are commenting. We appreciate it. Welcome to the show. Naram Promotions, The Real Deal podcast show. And we have a few people. Preston, are you geeked? Goodness gracious me. Martin Luther King, Preston, Kristen. And he said, you are back. Okay, yes, we're back. You know, we were late, but we're still trucking on. We are here. We're Naram Promotions Real Deal podcast show. This is Saturday Night Vibes, and we're here for you. So no matter how late we're running, the show must go on. Is that you in the past? Okay, there you go. Goodness gracious me. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, anywhere you are in the world, let me know in the comment section where you're watching from, so we can give you a hail up. But we got to say big up to all the people in Jamaica who are just trying to get back to normal. And it's a slow road, but it's short. Once we unite and we put our efforts together in love and unity, it will come back bigger and stronger. And as we say, help those who can't help themselves. You know what I mean? So there's a lot going on in Jamaica for the recovery effort and the relief effort. You know, it's some ways on now since Hurricane Melissa, but as I say, the dangers are in front. So the longer we take to clear up the rubble, to get things back in order, the worse things get. So if you clean up and you put hands and hearts together, help those who can't help themselves, try to build those roofs, help your neighbor, help your friends, to get back to normal, so they don't have to face the elements. Each one help one. Unity is strength. We say strong unity, strong recovery. You know what I mean? That's how it happens, ladies and gentlemen. And I remember a couple of days ago, the Prime Minister of Jamaica was pointing out a few things which I wanted to share with you before we go any further. This is some words he spoke about the Jamaica Defense Force. We got to say maximum respect to all current and former members of the Jamaica Defense Force. They're doing a marvelous job to get things back in order, and we want to hear from the Prime Minister what was going on there. He said this.
The JDF has just under 8,000 members, and it has deployed more than 2,000 in the direct operations of the disaster relief. Aside from the missions to deliver by air and by sea, by the way, because they have done delivery of packages by the Coast Guard, over 10,000 packages they have delivered. In addition to that, they manage the stores of some of ODPEM's donations and others that are given into the general donation pool. They do the packaging, they do the delivery to what we call the hub and spokes. They have established several hubs, you would call them, where goods are moved from the main warehouse to those areas, and then they have some additional substations, if you want to call them, where the goods are moved to them, and then they move into the community. So they have established an effective supply chain, and they are providing security for the convoys, they are providing security for the communities, and they are actually out there delivering packages. But this cannot continue forever or for much longer. We will transition very shortly, and I want to prepare the public for the transition that will happen. The JDF will maintain the hub and spoke operation, that is moving supplies from the main warehouse to the substations all around the country. But it won't be so much a focus on the humanitarian food and care packages. They will have to shift now to the distribution of construction and repair and rebuilding materials. And they will also have to shift from giving out packages to helping in the reconstruction and rebuilding of critical public infrastructure, and indeed to assist private individuals who are elderly or infirm or otherwise unable to do so themselves. But before they can do that, the engineering corps has been called back to fix up their own barracks and camp facilities, because the JDF also was impacted. So as soon as they have repaired their own installations, then we will be repurposing almost the operations of the JDF to be moving in now the building materials and to help in communities to do reconstruction. This is necessary because you would have heard President Ali and Prime Minister Motley and others saying, hey, we want to send members of our engineering corps here to assist in the rebuilding. So we definitely must have a complementary corps to support those activities. And other countries, which we are in dialogue with, will be sending members of their engineering team. So very soon you're going to see a full deployment of the JDF along with other engineering corps from other countries coming to assist us with the rebuilding of critical public institutions and to assist the infirm and the vulnerable in rebuilding private facilities. The JDF has...
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, since the aftermath of the hurricane, there has been a lot of aid workers here, Salvador, the United States, and so on, and many other countries, Barbados and the CARICOM group of countries. They were in Jamaica. They've pledged their help, and also they have phases that they had to go through. If you listen to previous podcasts, as I said before, it will happen in phases. So each phase is not forever. They continue to lay out the groundwork, do the most difficult task, but the minor task, as well, I don't call it everything is major, but let's kind of differentiate it and say that some things you have to unite and get done yourselves, because the help is not unlimited, and there's not a lot of manpower to cover such a wide area. So they have to be shifting gears as they go along, to open up path to, like the JPS is putting back power, the aid workers and also other countries that are rendering help. They have mobile hospitals and so on. So it is ongoing, but we got to help ourselves. So we got to unite, and also unite strong for a strong recovery. So we got to help ourselves as well. So ladies and gentlemen, it is tough, but we got to face it. You know what I mean? It's reality. You got to face reality and say to yourself, we got to get up and get it done. Because if we don't, then it will just remain there. You know what I mean? The government can't help everybody, but it can help the majority. You get what I'm saying? So it goes by priority in terms of the elderly, the children, the sick, and so on. So it is a lot to undertake. So you got to jump in and help with that recovery. We say if you're overseas, you're in the diaspora, or you're in another country, you want to help, listen to the show further on down. I'll give you ways you can help. I'll point you in the direction that is so that you can help Jamaica to recover and recover stronger, and you can send in your relief. So that information is to come. So like, share, subscribe, comment, click that notification bell so you know when this family-friendly show is coming on, and also to help the show to go out there, so the places like YouTube and other social media sites will push it out there so people will get the message. You know what I mean? So the message right now is to help Jamaica recover, Jamaica strong, and we say unite and help Jamaica to recover. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say big up to DJ Latta, who's is out there somewhere in the world, laying the foundations for a better future. So we say big up to him and his family and so on, and every family in Jamaica, especially those who were impacted by Hurricane Melissa. We say we're here for you, we're praying for you, and help is on the way. Just be patient. Do what you can in the meantime until it gets there. You know what I mean? We all have to survive, and the world is doing what they can. And we say continue to help Jamaica to recover. Do whatever you can. Listen to the show. Closer to the end, I'm going to give you some ways that you can help the relief effort. And there are so many ways you can do it, ladies and gentlemen. And I know you will. You know what I mean? We're depending on you. And we say we trust you and we love you. And Jamaica loves you. And we love all the people in Jamaica. And we say, we're praying and we're doing what we can on this end to help the recovery of Jamaica. So big up to everyone in Jamaica, especially, you know, I'm close to the southeast of St. Elizabeth, southwest of Manchester and South Central Jamaica. So places like Alligator Pond, Rose Corner, Plowden, New Forest, Duff House, you know, Bull Savannah, places like Junction, Ballas Valley, Top Hill, Southfield, you know, go all the way down into Flagaman, Treasure Beach, Black River, and so on, Newell, and all those places coming around to Santa Cruz, coming up to Goshen Gutters, Mandeville, coming back around to Nain, Prospect, and also Buttup and Downs, you know, Lititz, you know, Nain, also Sea Ear District in Manchester. We say big up every time. We say Blake Spen and all them places. You know what I mean? It's all in the circle of South Central Jamaica, and we say we're praying for you and we're here for you. So always like, share, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell, and we are here for you. So spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look at what the JDF was doing in the Montego Bay region, I think of Catherine Hall or somewhere around there. They've been doing a marvelous job, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of our country and the men and women of the armed forces, the JDF, JCF, and the Fire Brigade, and all the civil servants. I'm telling you, everybody is pulling together. And we say we're so proud of the effort so far, and it's going on real good. So let's check this out for a second, and we'll move on from there, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Now, members of the Jamaica Defense Force have been leading major cleanup efforts in Catherine Hall, St. James. Residents say the JDF's arrival has brought much needed help. Yannick Williams has the details.
The Category 5 hurricane ripped through Catherine Hall. But today, residents say they're finally seeing progress thanks to a full-scale cleanup led by the Jamaica Defense Force.
The military coming in is an awesome action because they are here as early as 8 o'clock, leaving at maybe 7 o'clock in the evening, and they are in the houses helping us in the homes, cleaning up, removing garbage, helping in every area. I'm proud of them. I applaud them each time they pass by marching. I applaud them, telling them thanks for coming to Catherine Hall because we need them, and also West Green and West Green medals. I'm very proud.
The JDF brought in specialized machinery to remove debris, equipment residents didn't have to do the job themselves. This resident says the assistance was badly needed. His house was flooded during the storm.
I feel hang on to the turn upon the grill. From the rains, from the rain start coming until it finish. Whole night, a piece of toes, I mean, 4 days, 4 nights.
For many residents, this marks the first meaningful sign of recovery since the storm. However, one resident says additional support will be needed.
Currently, we're having sewage problem, like raw, live sewage problem. Even my bathroom, one of the bathroom is completely closed off. You cannot enter it because the raw sewage is there.
And while there are major health threats looming, she says,
mosquito is killing me. Even though the health persons are here, Mosquito is taking my life, like literally taking my life. Mosquito is here. There are some rats that are bigger than all of our heads put together as well. So we need to work on that as well. Ensure that all drainage are full. Even though you may want to take on the household, the drainage are big issue. Once you fix that, then you can decrease the other outside problems. So fix the drainage.
Meanwhile, the Member of Parliament for St. James West Central, Marlene Malahoo Ford, says residents are worried about the current leptospirosis threat.
The disaster has brought a combination of things in the space. So where you have stagnant water, it will be a breeding site for mosquitoes. We have to try and address it as quickly as possible. Where you have uncollected garbage, it's going to be a site visited by rodents. The NSWMA has been taking out the garbage, but we have more garbage being generated in the space than you can get the trucks in and out fast enough to take away the garbage.
And she added that the government officials are working to address the ongoing challenges as the community continues its long road to recovery. Yannick Williams, TVJ News.
There you go, ladies.
No.
So, it is a work in progress. As I said, the dangers are in front, so we got to move quickly to mitigate the risks of the health dangers. So you had Health Minister Christopher Tufton was speaking about the leptospirosis incident or cases that are going on. They're working assiduously to get that under control. However, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a unified effort to mitigate those risks. So you got to pitch in and do whatever you can to help with the recovery effort. The relief effort is going on, and we have a lot of people who are pitching in. And I'm telling you, the unity is very pronounced. And we say we need more help in Jamaica to get it moving faster. So whatever you can do to help with the recovery effort, please do, or the relief effort. It's needed, ladies and gentlemen, especially now. Over the next 2 to 3 months, is those who can come in and help with the relief efforts. I was speaking to my famous dentist from New Jersey. That's one of my close friends. She's there with her family. She's providing help as well. We spoke briefly today by message. She's down in Jamaica, and she's doing a wonderful job, and we say hats off to her. And there's a lot more groups down there. Everybody's pitching in. There's a lot more coming, but it's a process, ladies and gentlemen, and each stage or each phase has its own challenges. So therefore, you got to work, try to help out as best as you can. And talking about help out, we've got the tourism minister, Mr. Edmund Bartlett, who he's collaborated with a lot of private entities to help Jamaica, the members of the hotel industry, to recover from all this devastation and loss of jobs and so on. So I'm going to place this here so that you can get the full picture of what's going on. It tells you about the tourism minister, and that's the Jamaica government and the private sector. They've come up with $1 billion to aid in the recovery of, or aid to give relief and recovery to many of the people who are working in the hotel industry. As I said in previous podcasts, that most of the hotels are closed down. People are out of work, and also it is a domino effect because there's a lot of the service industry that rely on that that service to gain their livelihoods, and that is down. But at least for the short term, the people who are working at most of these hotels, they're getting some form of relief. And you'll hear this on this video. This is just dealing with one of the hotels that has been doing a marvelous job. So here we go. Check it out.
All right, so this is a question that I've always been asked. Why choose Sanders? Why speak so highly of Sanders? And this is the reason why I speak so highly of Sanders. This is a care package for one person. Just one person, plus the case of water in the front. You understand? Plus, Mr. Stewart also gave us an extra $30,000. Plus, he gave us pay. And people ask me why I choose Sandals. This is one of the reasons why I choose Sandals, because Sandals care. Sandals cares for his team members, he cares for their well-being, and this is Mr. Stewart's effort of making sure that we are all safe and secure during the hurricane. They get a case of juice, they get Huggies and stuff for the baby. They get a big bottle of water plus a case of water, a case of cup noodles, drinks, 6 of every tin item, your basmati rice, your cleaning essentials, your plates, your cup, your garbage bag, your napkins, your case of tissue. And you ask me why I chose Sanders? This is the reason why I chose Sanders. Mr. Stewart from Sanders Ocherius, we thank you, we appreciate you so much. This video is to further explain how meticulous Mr. Stewart and Sanders were when they were thinking about the Sanders care package. All right, so here's the care package again. So after you collected the care package, a runner was assigned to you. A runner is a person who assists you in taking your items from the ballroom to whatever location you choose, because guess what, you could manage everything but on your own. Then lunch was also provided. So you come, you collect your care package, you sit down, you grab a meal. Starlink was provided, so you could have hook up for the person who didn't have Wi-Fi in a while. They enjoyed and I was so thankful for this. And guess what? After you finish eating, if you did not have transportation or a taxi to take you home, a bus was provided to take the staff from the hotel into Ocherius Town and drop them off at a taxi stand. Look at that, 3 persons carrying 1 person's package. You understand? The thought process behind this was immaculate. Sanders, this is why I keep on choosing you. And guess what? That's not only it. Any staff who lost their house during the hurricane, they were given a place to stay in the hotel. Plus, as I said, we were given $30,000 extra. Plus, we still get with pay. Plus, no staff laid off. And to top it all off, a counseling session is also there for the staff. So anyone who's affected not only physically and financially but mentally, there is something for you. Any company, they say take care of themselves so much. Trust me, the staff will take care of them. Mr. Stewart, once again, big up yourself and the boss. One Mr. Stewart on your app.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful thing. And we say hats off to Sandals and all the other hotels that are taking care of their staff. You know, Jamaica has been hit hard. And the people of Jamaica have been suffering from the devastation. They've lost everything in most cases. And it is good to see great news coming out of this sector of Jamaica. And I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, continue to send in your relief, send in your care packages. You know, continue to help with the recovery because it's a long road ahead. It's only just begun, and it's so far ahead, but it is achievable. And we say unite strong, and so that Jamaica can recover stronger and better than before. So we also have the Jamaica Constabulary Force. You know, they're getting things back in order, just like the JDF, Jamaica Defense Force. They're getting things moving so that they can provide security for the people of Jamaica and also aid in the recovery of Jamaica. So it is a beautiful thing. So I'm going to shoot you a video of how they're getting things together there. Let's check that out. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that on the screen. And they're you know, repairing all those stations that have been affected and devastated so that they can provide that security service to the country in a professional way. Here we go. So check this out. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, I lost that off my screen. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get that back so we can at least try to show you what's going on. Okay, here we go. I think I got it back here. Let's see. And I'll bring that back on stage. I clicked the wrong button. Goodness gracious me. So we're going to bring that back on the screen to show you what the JCF has been doing to get things back under control, to repair their stations and so on, so that they can provide the necessary service to the people of Jamaica. And here we go. So let's check that out right now. Here we go.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you
As you can see that the Bethel Town police station was devastated, and they're getting things back in order. They're repairing their police station. It's a beautiful thing. As you can see, the JCF is just acting in so many areas in terms of relief, recovery, security, and you name it. They're so resilient, and we say hats off to the Jamaican Constabulary Force for doing what they do, and just going around the clock to provide all the services necessary, and they're stretched real thin right now, getting things back in order, and as you can see, they're working hard.
I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell.
It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen, and we say hats off to all the security forces in Jamaica. It's a beautiful thing, and things are slowly coming back. And we thank each and every country, each and every person in the diaspora, each and every person in Jamaica for pitching in, uniting with love and unity to help Jamaica to come back and come back stronger and better, build back stronger. We say Jamaica strong, and it's not over yet. So there's a lot more to come. And let's look at also the Bob Marley Foundation, the Bob Marley and Rita Foundation, and also, we call it 21 Savage have combined to help Jamaica as well. So I want to bring that to the screen right now so you can see what's going on. So let's bring that up, and you will just talk about it for a second. Okay, so the 21 Savage Leading by Example Foundation and Bob Marley and Rita Foundation Emergency Relief Fund are putting together to get things done. So there's a barcode that you can click on and also send in monies to help with the relief and recovery, and they will match it. So I took this from there. It's on social media, and you can click on the barcode and donate to that effort. It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the 21 Savage Leading by Example Foundation and the Bob Marley and Rita Foundation. It's a beautiful thing. So if you check out other places on the website, you'll see where they've put up a lot of stuff there. Let's see. Let me bring that to the stage as well so that you can see it. Here we go. You'll see this on the website as well. But check it out. You can donate there. It seems to be authentic, but do your due diligence to make sure that it is authentic. authentic. So far, I don't think anyone would really put up Bob Marley and Rita Foundation without ramifications. So I trust that media. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can donate in that way. You know what I mean? So there's so much people, heading up a lot of relief efforts and recovery efforts for Jamaica. So you need to, if you want to contribute, there's so many ways you can do that. And we're going to talk about the real deal, about reality. What is really going on in Jamaica here? So I don't know if you're listening to your media or you see what's going on, but a lot of people are saying who have been down there, are still down there, are about to go there. They've been told, like myself, we're going down there, but those who are on the ground are saying, I spoke to Glenrick Powell from New Forest District, and he's saying, George, listen, this thing is far worse than what you see in the media. If you're on the ground, the reality of it is far worse. So you may get a few snippets of videos and pictures and so on, but in the bigger picture, it is more devastating, and that's the narrative you get out of Jamaica from everyone who has been there. From Shaggy to Spice to everybody. It's like I was talking to a pastor who went. He was in the early stages. He's in Kingston, and he went through the hurricane, but he also went to give aid and help and relief to a lot of people in the western section of Jamaica, and he was lost for words. When he saw the devastation in those early stages, and you can understand that the land has been stripped of houses, trees, vegetation, and it's like a war zone. It has been left barren. Fruit trees, vegetation, farming. The farming industry has been devastated. Homes are gone. Schools are gone. Every major buildings are gone. Corner shops, everything. Electricity, water, and there's still an ongoing effort to get things going. And the reality is that now, since a lot of people are out of homes, out of their livelihoods, they've lost everything. They have to be there. You're faced with another reality. So let's bring a little inspiration here, or we'd say enlightenment, as to what that means for Jamaicans in general. Those who were going about their normal ways of life and thought that it was business as usual, reality is now kicking in. And let's bring this to the stage. Here we go. Check this out.
Because the amount of millions Mr. Mother Nature wipe out in a one day. Just look how it's sad. All who did feel to them untouchable just through them can buy a Gucci bag. Melissa just remind us that we are nothing if we don't have God. Missy 2-story a mansion in a landslide. Missy Benz in a river, Missy Breeze turn over beam on one side. Business tear down like gone, body cave up on ice. So what is a Rolex watch? What is a designer belt? Nothing to mankind. So all who used to feel like them better than the man who work in a dirt reach right under your bed and show you say none of we no bigger than earth. And all who used to think of vanity value more than what life is worth, no, you see say I really life first. A lot of lessons to be learned from this storm. Love is priceless, and we need to make that the new norm. Money sometimes tempts us not to become, but you will have money and care for buy food to all that shot.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it's the reality, the real deal. Welcome back to Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. And we say, let love and unity be the order of the day. Help those who can't help themselves and unite to help with the recovery effort because this is paramount at this time to get things back on track real quickly. Talking about that, the JPS has been doing a marvelous job as well. They're working hard to get things back on track, and I'm telling you, it is amazing. You know, the devastation is so huge, ladies and gentlemen. It's unimaginable the level of damage that we are seeing, and it's like a rebuilding process. And I'm going to share this video with you with the Jamaica Public Service, and also we're going to talk about their relief efforts. They're helping those who can't help themselves. So they've put in a lot of initiatives to help people to understand what they're doing. So here we go.
We worked a lot of storms, anywhere from hurricanes in Florida up until ice storms in Michigan. And when you have this type of devastation, it can take a while to restore power in these areas.
Every road I have been on, every corner I turned, the power is down, the poles are broken, the people are waiting. This is more a rebuild than a restoration.
It takes a lot of effort to get everything done and get it done safely.
I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it is amazing what they have to go through, and we say hats off to them. And my screen something is going on with my screen. Somebody's messing with my screen for a second time. So we're gonna quell that problem. We fixed it the first time it happened, but we're gonna fix it again. And we say, you know, I don't know who's trying to infiltrate my screen, but let's get that going right now. So my screen is frozen. So let's see what we can do here. It's okay, there you go. And get that, let's remove that from the screen. Yeah. So the screen is back. You know, whatever it is, it's kind of glitching. So we're gonna fix that in a short while. Let's continue the show, and if it continues this way, then there's a possibility that we have to shut the show down because somebody's trying to infiltrate my screen. All right, so let's figure it out together. And once we do that, then we'll know where to go. So let's remove that and try to get things under control as soon as possible. You know, these things happen. It's a cyber world. And good thing we're using good equipment, so we don't have we're not fearful of the security section of things. But in the meantime, I wanted to share this video from the Jamaica Public Service, and I'll see if I can get it up here because things are getting kind of swanky where we are, and let's see if we can get it in. Yeah, the Jamaica Public Service has announced a relief program that will suspend service disconnections and late payment fees for customers until December 15th. The initiative is aimed at supporting residents as they recover from the effects of Hurricane Melissa. Under the program, JPS will also offer payment arrangements for customers needing additional assistance. The temporary suspension of disconnection and late payment fees will apply to all residential customers island-wide. So that's a beautiful thing from the Jamaica Public Service. We say hats off to them. That's a beautiful thing. So just remember, it is until December 15th. So whatever you do, try to get things together by then. You don't want to be left in the dark, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness gracious me, it's already dark in 2/3 of the country. So you can understand what that means. So hopefully they'll get power back to your side of town by December 15th, which is a hard stretch for many areas, but they're working round the clock to make sure that they can get power back to as many places as possible so that we can get back to normal. So in regards to U.S. immigration, we will resume updates on U.S. immigration on PIP Mondays, December 1st, 2025. So that's when we go back to regular updates on U.S. immigration. So stand by. If you go back to previous podcasts, my previous podcast, you'll see that the last couple of podcasts I've been saying, look, there's changes to the visa aspect of it, where they're now looking at health and wealth. Health and wealth can bar you from getting a visa to the United States. Also, green card holders, there's a lot of changes that are going on. And also for U.S. citizens, there's a lot of things you got to be mindful of. And those who are seeking citizenships, you've got to seek legal advice, especially if you have adverse events that have happened in the past regarding legal issues. So my screen is flickering. That means something is going on with my computer, and I'm going to get that dealt with very shortly. So also the timeline on a lot of applications. So you're talking family-based applications. They are moving a lot faster, and VC applications are moving faster. The embassy applications are moving faster. So there has been a lot of changes. So come December 1st, we're going to be talking about it, and I'm going to give you some updates on that as we go along as well. So do remember to donate to the relief effort. There's many ways you can do that. You can send your barrels through the Jamaica Customs, and they have a lot of stuff going on there. So let me kind of bring you up to speed with that. As I said, my screen is acting up at the moment, and it's getting worse. So I'll try to work through it as best as possible. And if it gets a lot more worse, that it's unbearable, then I will try to, I'll close the show down. So in the meantime, we'll work through it. The Jamaica Customs, the Jamaican government are easing the GCT and also tariffs on certain relief goods until December 31st. So you can go to the Jamaica Customs website and go through the list. Read what their guidelines are so you don't run into any problems. Make sure that you list your inventory so that the manifest can carry it, so there's no problems. Things are getting back on track. The Montego Bay Wharf was down, so Kingston was dealing with the bulk of stuff that's coming in. So there's a bottleneck as we speak. So it's a lot to deal with. So things are slowly getting back to normal, but it's going to take some time, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to be patient. It is a work in progress. As you know, 2/3 of Jamaica is out of commission, and they're trying to get things back on track as soon as possible. So, you can send your stuff in through the Jamaica Customs, and those are relief effort stuff, relief stuff that are on a particular list. So check that list out on the Jamaica Customs website. So it's called the Jamaica Customs Agency. That's JCA, and you can go to Google and go to Jamaica Customs Agency, search that out, go on the website and look at all the information, read the information on there so that you know exactly what to send and what not to send. Or if you send certain things outside of this, you need to find out from them what the cost is going to be on their end. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are, the Jamaica Customs. So, just you can send things in. You can send your barrels, your crates, whatever, your containers. However, you need to gather information from the Jamaica Customs Agency. There's a lot of agencies that you can go through. So check those out as you go along. You can send remittances to your loved ones and friends and also other charities. You remember Western Union, MoneyGram, Boss Money, bank transfers are slowly getting back on track. So you can send your monies in to help with the relief effort. So that is online now. So you can keep it going. They're bringing things slowly back so you can send in monies to your loved ones and friends and families. So also you can join a charity group, a church or a community organization. You can join foundations like the Bob Marley and Rita Foundation. You can donate directly to them. Just click the barcode. Just go back on the video on this podcast, and you'll see how to get to their website, and you can donate there. You can donate to the Shaggy Foundation, Spice, Cartel, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, and a lot more foundations that are going on down there in the entertainment industry. They're doing a marvelous job as well. We say hats off to them, and it's a beautiful thing. So there's a lot of foundations that are doing great work, but they need a lot of help as well to continue the good work down there. And also, you can buy a concert ticket to the Marcia Griffiths concert. You've got one on the 29th, I think it is, the 29th of that's November. Let's get to Marcia Griffiths, and my screen is acting up, guys. I gotta cut the show real soon. But the concert with Marcia Griffiths is gonna go on in Kingston, Jamaica, and that's gonna be a beautiful show. That part of the proceeds go to the recovery and relief efforts in Jamaica. And I'm trying to get the poster up, but my screen is not cooperating. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll get that going in a second. So I can, pass on the poster to you so you can understand what's going on there and when it is. But I'm just not getting things going with my screen. My screen is just not cooperating. So let's try this. Okay, here we go. Let's try this and see if we can get it up here. Here we go. That's the Global Grove Saturday Night Live Queen of the Reggae. That's the amazing Marcia Griffiths. The backing band is going to be Lloyd Parks and We the People Band. It's a live performance of Marcia Griffiths, and she'll be, giving a rendition of all the top hits she have. That's on November 29th, 2025. The Lawns of Sky Ultra Lounge, 7-11 Arden Road in Kingston 10. They say part of the proceeds go to the government official hurricane relief fund. And we're going to put up that, support jamaica.gov.jm. You can go to that website and you will be able to make donations in many ways. Just read through it. There's a lot of information there, and I'm telling you, you also have the Shaggy Jamaica Strong concert that's going on in the UBS Arena on December 12th. That's a beautiful thing. You can buy a ticket on Ticketmaster or the UBS Arena website. This will allow them to use those funds for the relief effort. And I'm just telling you, my screen is not cooperating for some reason. I got to figure that out tomorrow. But for tonight, I'll try to work myself through it and see how best we can get it done. So I'm trying to work through this, guys, and it's just not cooperating the way it should. So let me see how best I can get things going. But it's not cooperating for some reason. So let me try another way to get this up on the screen and see if it's possible to get things going, because the screen is freezing. All right, so remember the Shaggy concert is December 12th, right? And this is going to be at the UBS Arena in Queens, New York. You can buy your tickets to contribute to the show, to the relief efforts and recovery efforts. Just buy your show tickets from wherever you are in the world. Even if you don't attend, just buy the ticket and help with the recovery effort in Jamaica. That's one way to do it. So I'm sure that at some point, as I said, my screen is not cooperating. It's not cooperating, guys. But I'm going to shut the show down in a short while. I wanted to see. Let me try one more time to see if I can get it up here. Just not cooperating. It's not cooperating, guys. So we'll have to take this up, the rest of the show up on Saturday Night Vibes, ladies and gentlemen. I think my screen has given up on me, and we're going to take it to the next level tomorrow. So here we go. Always pray when you're going out. Pray when you're coming in. And always remember, God is in control. The relief and recovery effort is faster and better and stronger if we unite in love and unity and each one help one. Be your brother's keeper. Put love and unity in front. God is in control. We say this is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal Podcast Show. And we'll see you in a few hours on Saturday Night Vibes. One love. God bless. And we say salute. Big up the Naram crew in England. And also DJ Latta, all the crew in Jamaica who have been through the devastation. We say we're here with you, and we're going to be here all the way to recovery. We love you. God bless you. We salute you every time. Naram Promotions is at you.